I'm Satnam.
And I'm Jyoti.
And we just got engaged yesterday.
So we actually met when we were only 16 years old through friends. Supposedly he fell in love with me at first sight. So I hear till this day. He didn't take a minute and he asked me out on a date. And at that point I knew I was too young. So I turned him down. And fast forward about 5 to 6 years, and he comes back from graduating from UC Santa Barbara and approaches me again with the same determination. And I was very impressed, so I said yes. And I would say it was the best yes of my life.
So
well,
guys,
first best.
Guys, lesson learned, if you love a girl, go get a college degree and then ask her out. She'll say yes.
And how old are both of you?
25.
25.
When I was 16, I met her, and it was truly a jaw-dropping moment. It happens in movies all the time. It's surreal to have it happen to you at such a young age. At first sight, I knew there was a special connection between us, and she knew it too, even if she wouldn't admit it till today. But it was just a wonderful, wonderful feeling seeing her for the first time and just building our relationship year after year, and then finally having the confidence after being rejected to ask her out again. And then from that day on, keep on building our relationship and making it as strongest as ever now.
Are you both excited to spend the rest of your lives with each other?
Yes.
Oh my God, so excited. Very, can't wait.
It makes it really easy to know that you're going to be spending it with your best friend. And when you know that, then there's no second thinking, there's no self-doubting, am I making the right decision, because it's your best friend. You can share all your emotions, your feelings, every single thought that runs in your head to them. And I just wish everyone can experience that feeling one day.
Under what pretenses were you led to the Capitol? Because clearly you were expecting to get engaged yesterday, right?
Oh, yes. No, I had no idea that there was a proposal waiting for me on the other side of where I was going. It started off with my best friend approaching me, and she sent, me and all my best friends have a group message, and she sent a flyer in there and saying, oh, you know, I'm having a award ceremony banquet thing for my work, and I'm getting awarded, and I can bring a +1. Can one of you go? At that time, I had something else planned, so I was like, I'm so sorry, I can't go. But she had told the other two that you have to lie and say you guys can't go. So then she was like, oh, come on, Jyoti, you have to go. I don't want to go by myself, and I want someone there with me while I'm getting awarded. So, you know, I gave in, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go. So she, you know, she talked me into, you have to dress up like this, you have to wear this, let's get ready together. And then she just started driving there. She was pretending like she was texting her coworkers the whole time, and walking up, and it was when I saw the camera guy come up so close to me. That was the photographer, and I was like, whoa, why this guy is so close to us?
What is going on?
And then I looked to the left, and I just saw my mom, and I was like, oh wow, that's the moment I knew what was going on. It was just crazy because I saw my whole family, his whole family, all our friends, especially friends from Southern California, that I was like, whoa, what are you guys doing in Sacramento? I felt so overwhelmed by all these feelings, knowing that all of these people that we love so much came together just for us and to be part of our special day.
Well, to be honest, I started planning when I was 16.
Please get out of here.
The first day the day I asked her out, we connected really well. We even named our daughter a weekend to our relationship. So we're one of those. It's
not embarrassing at all.
We're one of those obsessed couples who know each detail about one another. And when we clicked, we knew that we were going to be for each other. And till that day on, you know, I know she's into grand gestures. She likes it cheesy.
Hopeless romantic at heart.
Yeah. And then I'm kind of like that too. I knew I had to do it in a way where I could connect. The most important thing to us is our family and friends, and to make sure that they're there, and also make sure that a part of us, who we both are, our culture is there too. Capitol is the perfect location because that was actually our first date that we had. We walked around the Capitol, and it was just the most amazing day.
We actually stood in that same spot on our first date.
Yeah, it was probably about 3-4 months of planning, getting together, the photographer, getting together, the Bhangra team at UC Davis, setting up the mix, learning the choreo, inviting all our friends and family, realizing that it's going to rain, inviting our friends and family again to another date, and then looking at the weather updates, making sure it won't rain. But everyone was so nice. Our friends and family are so accommodating. They just want us to be happy, and they'll sacrifice their time and energy for us any day.
Truly blessed. First, I knew that I had to walk through the roses and get a rose from each person that's standing there that I love so much. But yeah, in the back of my head, I'm like, where is he? You know, like I don't see him anywhere. So then we have the Satnam sister walk me up to, after I get all the flowers from everyone, she walks me up the stairs to this heart carpet that I stand on. And still, I'm in my head, it's like, where is he? You know, I know what's going on, I know it's a proposal, but where is he? And then I turn around and I'm looking at everyone there and just looking for him. And then all I hear is like everyone yell, look, like turn back, turn around, turn around. And I turn around and I see all these Bhangra dancers coming out towards me, and I was like, whoa, what is going on? And they, you know, had this beautiful performance for me, and oh my God. And throughout that performance, I would like smile and cheer for them, and then I would start getting emotional and start crying. But yeah, as soon as one of the songs I think ended and then he runs in, and I was like just mind blown. I think this was the first time he ever danced for me, like I've ever seen him perform anything. In that moment, I forgot there's so many people around us. Like in that moment, it was just eye to eye, and it was just me and him. It was beautiful.
You had to memorize a lot of choreography. Very impressive. I was very impressed. You had to sneak off on weekends and make up excuses to go learn the dancing.
That's true. That is true.
That was part of his proposal
so right
plan.
Now, I'd actually like to apologize to her a lot for lying a lot.
Great way to start our future.
It was for a good cause, but I did lie a lot about my whereabouts and exactly what I was doing, but it was all for you. There were many songs in that proposal that meant a lot for us. She's actually a Canadian, and I always pick on her that. So there was a song that references, hey, you're a Canadian, but I'm nothing less too. Since it was such a cultural event, there was music saying, hey, I convinced my mom and dad, now let's get married.
Since that's a big part of our culture, is having our parents agree to who we're spending our lives with.
And do parents approve?
The parents approve.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Since you came in my life, it's been filled with happiness. You've been my girlfriend for 3 years now. I want to take a step forward now. I want to be there for you for the rest of your life.
Everything I said was not planned at all. I did that purposely because I wanted it to be genuine. I didn't want it to be something rehearsed. So when I took her to the center, everything just washed away from me except her.
I want to always protect you, to always support you, and to always be there by your side.
Everything just came out naturally. It's easy to do it when it's your best friend. I probably could have went on for about 2 years and people would have left, came back, and hey, are you done yet?
So without further ado,
my 1-year-old baby niece, Alicia, helped me. I was rehearsing with her a night before. I would give her the ring box, and she just learned how to walk.
Oh, my baby!
And she nailed it. She just stood there like, you go on, uncle. You got this.
You are my life. You are my heartbeat. You are my life beat. You're my everything. And I love you so much. You have the greatest soul in the history of souls.
That's something, since we had a long distance relationship for 3 years now, we Skyped countless hours,
phone calls.
Because of distance within us, we made sure that we always told each other that we love each other.
It was a kind of like our little tradition that we had set for each other, that before we go to sleep, we're gonna say this to each other. Whatever he said in his proposal is what he says he's been saying to me for the past 3 years. when he says goodnight to me every night.
At the end of it, it always ends with when I tell her, smile.
And I'm not allowed to end the call until I smile.
Because you never know when life will end, and I always want to know that the last time I saw her or heard her, she was smiling.
You're beautiful, you're smart, and I love you so much. Could you please do the honors? Will you marry me?
Only if you marry me. To see like all this great extent that he went through just to like, you know, make me feel this love and make me feel this joy. The only thought that was going through my head and which was making me cry was, oh my God, you're so lucky. Like, you're so lucky, you're so blessed. Finding your best friend and your soulmate is the best feeling in the world.
With everything that's happening in the world now, with all protests, all the violence, everything that's happening, if anything this proposal does, or even a 1% of it, is to know that love will win no matter what. We're just two human beings who love each other. We came across at the Capitol, and a lot of people saw our love, and it brought us all together for 15 minutes if it is. So if there's anything we would like to say is that know that love will always win, and violence and hate will never be the answer, regardless of our ethnicity, background. At the end of the day, we're all human beings and we all need love.